Well, in many ways, the rich and the poor live in separate universes. And in Vancouver, there's a long tradition of actually separating economic classes by neighborhood.
Mike McArdle has the last word on the Vancouver community created especially for the ultra-rich.
It was little over 100 years ago in the cool of the autumn, much like now, that a new subdivision was opened. But this was a special housing area. It was for the rich, the very, very rich. It was called Shaughnessy, after Sir Thomas Shaughnessy, the president of the CPR, which owned the land. At a time when the average annual wage in Vancouver was $600, homes in Shaughnessy started at the equivalent of $1 million. One benefit, you paid no property tax because the land was just outside the city limits when 12th Avenue was the boundary. All the homes were beyond luxurious, but beyond was the Highcroft Mansion. The bill for this, about $10 million today. But every neighborhood, you know, even the good ones, have their problems. There were the drug and alcohol-fueled parties of the 1920s and the murder of a young Scottish nurse who worked for one of the families. The case was never solved. A houseboy was blamed. He was Chinese at a time when there was great hatred of Chinese, and he was kidnapped by the Ku Klux Klan and chained to a wall in one of the mansions and beaten for 6 weeks while they tried to get him to confess, which he didn't. But good things also happen here. Highcroft Manor was given to the government to use as a hospital during World War II, and the home of the KKK is now a hospice for children. Just one P.S. The city later expanded its boundaries, and the residents now pay property taxes. Mike McArdle, CTV News.